Welcome to the 2350 Effect.
Well, it's Sunday, and welcome to the 2350 Effect. I'm the co-host collaborator of the 2350 Effect. As always, I am Damian Kinsey. I'm also the co-host, collaborator, and founder of the 2350 Network, the Virtual Wellness Experience, and the upcoming Professional Work-Life Balance Summit, which is coming to you live in October. And I'm joined by, as always, with my co-host, co-collaborator, Dr. Tanya Farron. Dr. Farron, introduce yourself and tell people a little bit more about your amazing career.
Yeah, of course. Hi, I'm Tanya Farron, the co-host of the 2350 Effect, also the owner of Creative Living Ideas that helps sponsor and promote this event that we have, as well as co-creator of the 2350 Network. And along with that, a couple of our amazing events that we host, the Work-Life Balance Summit coming up in October, and the Virtual Wellness Experience. So we have lots that are going on with us. I'm also by day a middle school principal, so I still work all day long, and this is my evenings and weekend fun side stuff. So thanks for being here tonight. I'm really, really excited to introduce you to our special guest today. Did you want to do the introduction, Damien?
You called the tag, you're it.
I knew you were going to do that. Well, I'm happy to do that because I am excited to introduce with you Dr. Rowe, as I kindly, lovingly like to call her, and she's called by that by so many people. Dr. Royond Hendrix is our guest tonight. She is an education leadership strategist. She's a speaker. She is an expert facilitator and presenter. She has presented with us on our events. She is also the owner of Dream Education Consulting, and we're going to get into that a little bit more. She is a leader. She's been an educator. The list goes on and on with her. And, you know, I like to call her friend too. So, and she's a 2350 Network member as well. So please welcome with us, Dr. Rowe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining.
We are so happy to have you with us tonight. It's been a little bit since we have had you on the show, and Damien and I wanted to bring you back because we wanted to talk about important things like what you have coming up this fall, as well as some leadership things about that you do for women. So we are very happy to have you be on our show again.
Well, thank you. Y'all always make me feel so special. And I want to point that out. I used to really think that I was maybe your favorite, Dr. Tanya and Damien. Like, hey, come invite me. Always in my email and my inbox. And then, but you do all of your members like that. So if you are watching, please consider joining and becoming a member of the 2350 Network, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Welcome in the audience. We've got some great people in here. Let me just connect with them. Coach Carrie, thank you for joining us from Indiana. Jackie Hallberg, great to see you. Leslie Flowers, thanks for being here. Chasen Forehand, we appreciate you joining us tonight as well. Christy Williams, great to see you tonight. Happy Sunday to everyone.
Hey, my fellow members, thank you so much. And those that just joined, I appreciate seeing you all.
And Kenneth Dunner, thank you for being here as well.
And somebody's in from Indiana. I'm originally from Chicago. So that's my neighbor.
Yeah, Coach Gary.
Okay, Coach.
You got to get on Coach Gary's show also.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. I'd like to learn more about it. What y'all got for me? What's going on? It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Cleaning up all Sunday. Day long.
Am I on delay right now?
You are.
Well, those people who don't know, laugh, call, text is that thing in the last 7 days that made you either laugh out loud, call somebody, or text somebody. Yes, text somebody. And I'll start first. My laugh, call, text is this. For the last 7 seconds, I tried to click the button for laugh, call, text to go through. And for some reason, it froze. So that is my laugh, call, text for the week because I tried to get the video to play, but it did not play. So that is my laugh, call, text. Dr. Farron, what is your laugh, your call, your text of the week?
I hope that's the only snafu you have tonight. I would have to say, y'all know I love talking about my grand dogs. So this weekend we were at our house at the Lake of the Ozarks, and yes, Leslie, in the Ozarks, and we like to talk about that. And my grand dogs were there, and they have life jackets on because they're dogs, and we're on a dock and they're trying to chase boats and they're barking and they're going crazy. And my new little grand dog, she had a little Finding Nemo life jacket on. She was the cutest little thing. And it was a good thing because guess what? She got excited and she wasn't paying attention and she fell into the boat well, which is kind of hard for them to get out of. So we were able to pull her out by her little Nemo life jacket and get her out. And she was good. She was a little like, what in the world just happened? But she was good to go. But she looked so cute in her little Nemo. And yeah, she was fine. She was fine. She swam just fine. It's just kind of weird that they can't so we always take safety precautions, make sure that our puppies have life jackets on, even though that they can still swim.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Dr. Rowe, how about you?
I stood up during a meeting, like this kind of meeting, and forgot that I had on my pajama pants earlier this week. And the person was like, oh my gosh, you're wearing pajama pants. I'm like, well, you wouldn't have seen them anyway if I wouldn't have stood up. So, hey, you're like, you're just so real. I'm like, well, I mean, you probably have on your pajama pants too. I mean, as long as I'm head up.
That's right. That's right.
Appropriate. Hey, it's all good, right?
It's work from home attire. Work from home attire. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I always get afraid of that, so I'll make sure I put.
These are like flannel pajama pants because I like to keep the house extremely cold, even if it's in the winter time. So I mean, I didn't have on any like Victoria's Secrets or anything.
Hey, they still pants,
flannel pants.
That's right. That's right. Oh, I love it. I love it. That is funny. And I remember all of those things during COVID, right? When all of that came about and people were working from home and all of that. That was funny. That is funny.
Like I'm getting dressed up to go to the living room.
I love this. So we want to talk to you about lots of things. You've got a great event that is coming up. And I want you to tell us a little bit about it. And Damien, if you want, while we're talking, if you want to share that screen, we can do that. So tell us a little bit about the Experience for Women in Leadership.
Yeah, so it's an event for high-powered women and experience that's carefully curated just for them. And it's not just for educators. It was in my head for a decade. Can you get that? A decade. And I was just waiting for the perfect opportunity for me to meet budget, for all these things to happen. And so God was looking at me saying, you're waiting for what? I already gave you the vision. So 4 years ago, this is our 4th annual, finally pulled the plug and did it. Initially it was for educators and social service providers. And so it was the Women's Leadership Conference. And the ladies there said, well, Dr. O, you mismarketed this. I'm like, well, what do you mean? She's like, this is not a conference. So what is it? More like a retreat? They say, no. I said, well, what was it? It's an experience. I said, well, all the promotional materials are already created. The next go round, it'll be the experience. So I am super excited to offer, just a really authentic space for diverse women in leadership. Once again, it's not just for educators or social service providers. It's for every woman in leadership, every industry, regardless if you are a board member of an organization, a school board member of a school district, a CEO, or an entrepreneur of your own. This is the place for you, because you walk away with such rich experiences and relationships to help you on your journey in leadership. It's 5 days. It is 5 days, and you can come to all of the events, some of them or whatever really fits your schedule. The first 2 days are virtual. That is September 16th through 16th, obviously, and the 17th. And then from the 17th through the 20th are all in person. And we are so thankful that Embassy Suites Love Field, Dallas Love Field, is a corporate sponsor. And we're also looking for additional corporate sponsors. We have State Farm, Jocelyn Hope, Slay by Shay. We have SIPS as sponsors as well. So if you are into promoting and supporting women in leadership and it fits into your mission, just reach out to me, inbox me.
There's this person over in the corner over here, Damien. That would be me. This would be my third time speaking at her conference, and I loved it. I have loved all the people that I have met. It's been so incredible. Like, I was just telling her, my goal is to get there this year, to get to Dallas, to help, to be there, to really be immersed in it. The last 2 years, I've been a virtual presenter, which has been amazing, but I really can't wait to get into the event. So
okay, you're being modest, Dr. Tanya. Look at her. You all listen. She has been an honoree, and I'll tell you why. I'm always on the hunt for women who really embrace diversity and leverage their experiences and really intentional about supporting other women in leadership. And if you think about it, Dr. Tanya and I pretty much do the same thing, right? We're both education leaders. Even though I have Dream Education Consulting and facilitated as the founder and CEO, I am also a proud professor at Reach University, teaching aspiring teachers. So we pretty much do the same thing. So it's not a competition, and that's what you will get at this experience. And we're not competing with each other. We are truly networking at the highest degree in a very authentic way, right? And walk away with somebody that I can actually text. Like, I can text Dr. Tanya in the middle of the day, yes, and she responds.
I do have to say, this is this beautiful award that Dr. Rose sent to me.
Yes.
It is so gorgeous. It's the Women's Leadership Conference Dream Leadership Award.
Yes, that was what, 2024, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was incredible. It's been incredible. It's been in my office ever since. I've loved it. So it is such a great event. And, we wanted to bring this and talk about leadership with everybody here because, we have a lot of leaders in our audience. We have a lot of leaders that come to our events, a lot of female leaders, a lot of people in education, a lot of people in social work. And so, and I know it's for everyone. And that's kind of what Damien and I started ours with, really that narrow focus. And, we have expanded as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. And we didn't get here just to get here. We always want to give back, even in the midst of our becoming, right, Dr. Tanya, we were looking for people that can support us. And so I am very grateful that we have formed a partnership with Viola's House. Viola's House is a maternal home and just a whole ecosystem, a community to support women that are in need of services and wraparound services. They are moms. And so we formed a partnership with them, and they'll be there for a special session for Viola's House, as well as the Calm Space. And the Calm Space is also a nonprofit organization here in Dallas, really helping individuals with special needs, helping them understand it's okay where they are. They just need tools to help them stay calm, right? And so they are really intentional about providing mental health services. And so mental health tools and strategies, that can't be given in isolation, right? I mean, Dr. Tanya, as an educational leader or principal, I'm sure you infuse those same mental wellness strategies in everything you do, right? And not segment those services to those that you lead and those that you work with.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that. Damien,
I have a question.
I feel like I'm on a hot seat.
I know. I have to, I just wait. I just pause.
I'm on a hot seat. You know, sometimes when you're in an interview, like an interview for a job, you're just like waiting for the next one.
So how did you come about like crafting this and putting this together, from the name to, you drilling down what the target is, in person versus virtual? I know you said it took about 10 years. How did you craft that and put that together and say, you know what, this is what I want to do. This is my vision. I'm going to execute it this. And today is the day. Because when we talked, and it's funny because it made me think about it like it's a women's empowerment experience, but the experience doesn't just lead to women. It's, our job as people and individuals to support each other and everyone.
Right.
So those men, gentlemen, people out there who are not women or individuals, please be able to find a woman who can support Dr. Rowe. Get this as something for your sister, your cousin, your grandmother, your aunt, and put them together. And I can remember when you were putting it together and going with it, and you were like, you know what, do you know somebody in the Midwest area, Missouri area? And I connected you with Dr. Farron, and it made me remember that part.
That's how we got in touch with. That's how I got in touch with Dr. Tanya.
Yeah, and I forgot.
I don't remember either.
I don't remember.
but me as a guy, my responsibility was trying to put like great individuals together, because we have to believe and support our sisters, our cousins, our family members, and we have to look at our connections as families. So what made you put this together? What made you decide to do it and say, you know what, it's not going to go year 11?
Listen, you just said it. I mean, that R word, responsibility. I really do feel like I have a responsibility to myself to walk out the purpose and the plan that God has for me. And a lot of that is intertwined with my gifts and my talents. I'm a musician, and I just thrive in authentic spaces. And very often there aren't really true authentic spaces where professional women can come together. You know what? Everybody has all the degrees and the certifications, all of this and that, and we all have those things, right? But to truly walk out your core, walk out the talents that you have and the gifts that you have, I feel like it's my responsibility to do that. And so I wasn't going to wait the 11th year. I wasn't going to wait another year to find something, just the perfect opportunity. There wasn't a perfect opportunity. You just do it, right? And so you make changes along the way, and you listen to others that have feedback to help you improve the experience. And so it's really in alignment to who I am as a person.
I like that. Sorry,
go ahead. No, I like that as well. And I feel like that was Damien and I when we were starting the network. Like we were building and building and building something. And then finally we were like, rip the Band-Aid off. It wasn't 10 years. It was 6 months. We were going to wait another 6 months before we even started it. And then we said, nope, we're starting it. We're just going to start at bare bones and continue to grow it while, we've got momentum. Right. And so I think that's important for people to hear as you're out there. And this is why we wanted to bring Dr. Rowan, not only because she's got an amazing event for women in leadership, but she's also got, this drive for people to see this is how you move forward. These are some of the things that you do. Sometimes you have to take that leap.
You
and
do.
What does the leap look like?
And if I didn't take the leap, there would be so many people just, oh my gosh, right? So you do have to take the leap and go out on the limb. The limb is probably the weakest part of the tree, but that's where the fruit is. Well, I want to go to where the fruit is so I can be fruitful, right? And support other people. How is your
event grown? Oh, go ahead, Damien.
Because you brought up something I thought of, was like supporting other people. Considering that you work with a lot of young people, we do have your parent as well, and as many people on here are parents who are in our audience. What do you say to somebody who's 16 to 25 range when they're trying to figure out their ideas and they're at that point where they're not sure if they should do it or not? What advice would you give them?
Don't listen to other people. That's one thing. Anybody negative, right? You can't listen to anybody that's negative. You want to listen to somebody, of course, that's going to push your thinking, right? But if it comes from a very negative space, you don't want to listen to them. You definitely want to pray about it. Right. And of course, involve other people that's going to help you get there, because you just can't do it alone. Right. And so you want to align yourself to those that believe in you, that have the resources. And I'm not talking just about money. Very often people think about resources as just money. No, you got intellectual stuff going on that people may have. And Damien, you just said, I just met Dr. Tanya through you and I didn't realize that. Well, that's a resource, right? Your talent is a resource. So just be in alignment to what you've been called to do and have the courage to make the mistakes. Sometimes there isn't a blueprint for what you're doing, right? Think about all of the greats in the world. Lots of mistakes that they made, but it's really okay. As long as you just move forward in a positive direction, and not get sideswiped by the negative commentary. Listen, let me tell you something. If somebody has something negative to say about what you're doing, more than likely you're doing the right thing.
I love that. I love that. I do want to ask you a question, because I feel like this lends to you and I in a sense. And it's a phrase that I use often. And so I'd like to kind of get your thoughts on it. So, when you were talking before, instead of, like being in competition of one another or with another person in the same field, how do you, or this kind of goes along with what Gregory was asking as well. Let me get to the question here. So what does it mean for you to not just open the door for another person, but to lend a hand? So what does it mean to you to not just open the door for another female, but to lend a hand?
Yeah, I mean, it's everything. And sometimes you can open a door for someone that you may know nothing about what they're trying to do, but someone else that knows what they may need, right? And so that opening a door and lending a hand could be a call, it could be a text, it could be an introduction. I don't know anything about nuclear wars, but if you are into nuclear wars, let me do some research and find out if there's anybody in my network that knows anything about nuclear wars that you want to research and just connect them. It's real, but you really have to be intentional though, and wake up with intention. I wake up with the intent to support other people, but with that, I have to support myself first. So you have to take care of yourself first and make sure that you're fed well. And I'm not just talking about good old salads, right?
Right.
When your cup is on the overflow, that's for Tanya, that's for Damien, that's for the world, that's for your husband, right? But if the liquid in your cup is not even at the top, you have nothing to give.
I love that. And to me, that opening the door for someone, but to lend a hand, right? I look at the younger generation of women and think, how can I help you get to here? This is where you want to be. Where do you want to be? And so that's kind of what Gregory was talking about, those groups of disabilities, even neurodiversity. How do you help them and guide them? And, to me, that would be like job shadowing, talking with them, having coffee chats, finding out what do they want, because not everyone's path is going to be the same. Your path wasn't the same as my path.
Right.
Our lives are, the things that we want to do and the ways we want to help people are very similar, but we still do very different things and we go about it in different routes.
Right.
And so teaching people how to do that. And I love what Jackie said. I want to come back to that.
Okay.
A lot of people do think that you have to have this special background to be a leader, but you can be a leader anywhere.
But what is leadership, though? Your ability to influence others. It's simple. It's cut and dry. That's it, right? So you don't need a title. You don't need some title. You don't need a degree or certification to be a leader, right? And back to the question, you have to understand. You have to understand what people need, where they're coming from, their experiences, all of that. And so I believe neurodiversity was a part of the question, as well. Those are some of the most, I'm not even going to say those, we are some of the most talented people ever. I have ADHD all day long. And if you listen, you probably figure it out. But it's okay. I'm the one that's going to get the party started. I'm the one that's going to, do all have these brilliant ideas. And since I know that, I have to have somebody with me. Okay, Ro, narrow it down. You got to narrow your focus. You can't save the world, Ro. Right? And so a part of that lending a hand, you have to understand who you're working with and who you are lending your support to.
Absolutely. I love that.
So you talk about lending support, lending a hand, and we talk about defining leadership. You as an individual putting together a conference. I've been a part of conferences and summits. It's very hard. It's a lot of work. How do you even select the leaders that you have, and what do you look for to add value to your particular your summits, your experiences?
Yeah,
you have so many great people here.
Yeah, so all of those women right there. Oh my gosh. I'm so inspired by them. With our breakout session presenters, definitely they submit a proposal, and their proposals are aligned with the tenets of the conference and all of that. I'm looking for engagement as well. We don't need anybody in front of people that's going to stand behind a podium and read from note cards. We really want authentic, raw experiences that are aligned with your voice, understanding your voice, the vision that you have, and the ability to make an impact. And that's what our theme is: voice, vision, impact. Our featured speakers are hand selected by me because these are women that just really speak to what I have been charged to do, and that's really to leverage diverse women in leadership. And it's not just for a conference. If you look at all of those women as featured speakers, they're doing the work every single day. Every single day. I can call Tate Ringer. She's the CEO of Metro Care Services here in Dallas. I can text her right now, or she can text me, hey, I need you to be here, right? And those are the kinds of relationships that you want and form those alliances with these types of people when you really want to make a broader impact on society. Because I can't do this by myself at all, and not trying to. But there was a time that I would try to save the world all by myself and try to break into systems that were already set forth for centuries, right? But if I can just chip away at it, leave my mark on it, inspire others to use their voice and their impact to do the same, I believe my job is done.
I love that. I do love that. I think that's amazing. And, the event is so incredible. and I'm excited to check it out in person. That's my goal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if anybody in the audience is interested in going, let me know. I've got, we've got tickets, things like that. Just let us know, there's
and we
virtual
have
options, and there's in virtual and in person, and all of those options for people.
And we have an engagement circle, and Dr. Tanya is a part of the engagement circle. She has a discount code for 10% off of it. And with that engagement circle too, with so many budget cuts with all of our organizations, I've offered everyone who is a part of the engagement circle 25% for every ticket that has been used with their code, where they can pour back into their organizations. I mean, it costs money to have StreamYard. It costs money to have Zoom events, right? Not only is Dr. Tanya co-leading the 2350 network, she has creative living ideas. Well, it takes money to run all of these organizations. And so that's an idea that came to me to give back to the women who are entrepreneurs. Many of them are principals, and we all know what's going on in public education and all of the budget cuts with schools, right? And they can use those funds to support the initiatives that they have at their schools. So I'm just excited about the ideas that came to me, and I put it into not just an event form, but a true experience to support not just the women that will be there, but those organizations and communities that they serve.
I like that. So, someone looking to go to the event and experience the event, what are you looking for them to take away from it? Like, if you can pick one, maybe two things that you want them to, they walked in and they left better than they were, and your mission is accomplished.
Yeah, they're going to walk away being inspired and empowered to achieve the goals that they have for themselves. That's definitely number one. And a crew of ladies that can help them get there. Now, of course, they're going to eat good. And as a musician and an artist, they're going to have some live music. And we've infused a painting infusion session as well. But just really to be inspired by women who are leading organizations, schools, communities, but also themselves. There was a time that there would be no way that I could host such an event because I was struggling with my own mental health, right? And so you will hear stories from these dynamic leaders of when they weren't who they are. I mean, I haven't always been who you see on the screen right now. Are you kidding me? I struggled for many, many years, right? And so I always talk about those years, any chance I get, any chance I get, right? And a lot of it comes out and like do something with it. And that's what this experience is about, is really leveraging the gifts and the talents and the time that you have to support other people.
And I love that.
Oh.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
No.
I love that. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, there's so many network members in the audience, and
welcome, y'all. I don't see you all.
Rose, a network member. And so to me, like, I love that people are getting to see this side of you and this, this piece of you. And I absolutely love that, because that's the best thing about our network. People always say, like, we don't hound you if you didn't come to an event. We don't worry. We send out notes, we communicate, if you can't come to a network meeting, things like that. But, when you do get to come, you get filled up. And, I know we've filled you at times, you've filled other people at times, and it's so beautiful. And I'm excited for them to just see this piece of what you do.
Guys, thank you. And you all could be anywhere. You could be anywhere this Sunday evening, and you chose to be here with us. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think another thing that people can take away from this, and I'm picking it up on it, and I picked up on it with you, is that people can leave with lasting connections. They can have people that they can actually relate to, network with, talk to, and like you said, kind of pick up the phone and say, hey, in the middle of the day, you know what, this is what I need. And I
Yeah,
think that's
absolutely.
important.
And I mean, in the past, and we'll have our Meet the Presenters soon, but from this experience, people have written books together. They've been on stages together. They've been inspired to become keynote speakers and add so many other activities, initiatives, if you will, to their own repertoire of services, because they were so empowered to leverage those gifts and the talents that they have, and not allow them to stay dormant and hidden. Right? People have left jobs, gone to other jobs, because they saw that it's just so important in this life that we live in now, is to live in alignment. Right? We have to be in alignment. If not, that will affect your mental health. And when your mental health is affected, then everybody around you is going to be impacted by that. So great things happen when you are inspired. If it's not the experience for women in leadership that you attend, I just encourage you to do something, go somewhere, connect and network with someone who believes in the power of you. Right? And the power of you, so you can walk out the purpose and the plan that you have for your life, or that he has for your life.
So I have another question. Just listening to you just brings up questions. Without naming any names, and we talk about inspiration, we have to draw inspiration from other people, individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me somebody, without naming names, that was part of your summit and your experience over the last 4 years, or a situation that inspired you, or a moment that inspired you?
Yes, a young lady I actually met on LinkedIn. Didn't know her from Adam. She didn't know me. And it was something that I said in her inbox that encouraged her to stay in touch. And this was probably, I don't know, maybe 3 months before the conference in 2024, right? In 2024, because the inaugural was in 2023. She attended. I mean, we became sisters, really. We're both from Chicago. We have co-written a book with other amazing authors that's about to come out. It's hard for me not to say her name, so I have to say her name, Dr. Iman Ellis Bowen. She was an assistant superintendent at the time. And when I tell you, she is absolutely soaring. I introduced her to Black women education leaders, and she's very active and involved in that organization, and in continuing to help them achieve their mission and thrive. So it just goes back to just alignment. When you operate in your gift, and your talents, Damien, it draws people to you. Like, you don't even have to go look for anybody. Like, here they come. Right? Here comes Dr. Tanya. I didn't know Dr. Tanya, but I met you, and who knows, God probably wanted me to meet you so I can meet Tanya. Right? So I'm just huge on authentic connections, and just living a really good life. And a part of that is inspiring people. So while I don't have my 4 numbers on the right side of my dash, I'm doing everything that I possibly can. Oops, did I curse, Lord Jesus? I'm gonna go kill me. I'm doing all that I possibly can to walk out the plan that he has for my life.
I love it. I love it. You crack me up. You crack me up.
I'm still from Chicago. I mean,
hey.
This is what you get, really.
We're real. Thank you, Linda Meyer, for joining us
this
tonight.
This is what the people need.
Yes.
They need for us to be authentic and real.
Yes. Yes. So thank you. Yes, Linda, for joining us as well. So I want to know, from one of your events, where, tell us about an impactful story that has stood out to you from one of your past events.
From one of my past events.
An impactful story that maybe has stood out to you.
Oh my gosh. One young lady, I invited her she wasn't quite, I don't think that she was quite ready for what was going to come to it, but she said that that particular event was the event where she gained so many clients. Like she gained more clients with her consulting firm and her visual branding firm that she had even bargained for. She just didn't know, right? And so I think that is one that definitely stands out. You know, when you create a platform for other people, and I always say this is not my platform, right? It was, I birthed it, but it's all of ours, right? And so when you share your influence and you share your brand and your platform, it blesses other people, right? And I wasn't ready either for her to even tell me that. I'm like, okay, well, how can I intentionally do that for other people, for everybody that's involved? How can I make it work for everybody in that way? Right. And so that's when we have our meet the presenters and I have our individual conversations on how, I was helping other people to get logos created and not have a Gmail account, have a branded account, you know, just like all the business things, right?
Yes.
Prepare for that. So I would definitely say an increase, right? And that increase can be revenue, it can be understanding, it can be people, it can be other resources, right? So I'm just going to leave increase as just a blanketed statement, right? It's just an increase. And so I think we're all up for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that is impactful when you go somewhere, whether you're going as the attendee or you're going as the presenter. And I think this is something that you and I are both in alignment with, and Damien, the three of us are in alignment with, is that we want for our presenters as well as our attendees to have an experience with other people, to build connections, to, you know, make contact, create their own, you know, events or spin-offs from what they've learned here or collaborations. And I think that is, I mean, that would be an impactful story. I'm glad that you shared that, because that's the point of bringing all of these people together, right?
Yeah.
To have something grow from it.
Absolutely.
And to flourish from it.
Yeah. And if you notice, Dr. Tanya, and everyone else, we don't even call them attendees, right? They're guests. They're our guests.
Yes.
Those that come, they are our guests. So we want to make it an impactful experience, not just for our guests, but also the presenters as well. So if you go on the website and let's say you go to the breakout session section, if you click on that person, it goes straight to their website. It goes straight to them, right? And it shares what they offer and how they can serve those individuals that visit them in the community. So it is a true experience. I'm very intentional about it. For collective impact, because we all bear gifts and talents, right? And so the women that are presenters, be it a breakout session facilitator or a featured speaker, we want to highlight, you know, what you have to offer the world as well. Nice. And that's impact in itself.
So impact, vision, and talk about experience.
Voice, vision, and impact. Oh, you mean thing? Oh, let me let you talk. How about that?
I wanted to say that because I want people to know that this is a hybrid event. You're doing it in person, you're doing it virtual. How do you balance that? And what made you decide to say, I'm going to make this hybrid where people can do it attend virtually, present virtually, and also attend in person, and also present in person?
Yeah, well, there's so many people that want to come in person, right? That just cannot, be it their schedules or finances. And so the virtual piece is on the 16th and the 17th, and that ends the virtual piece. That's the balance. It ends. We're not having these breakout sessions and have this AV equipment and all this in there and all of that. We're not. And then our in-person is the 17th through the 20th. So that's how I actually balance it. There are two, I don't want to say two separate events. They're the same events, and it's the same level of intentionality, excellence, and brilliance, even with the virtual space. I mean, Dr. Tanya will tell you that even our breakout sections on the virtual calls are very impactful,
They are.
practical, and engaging, right? And because I think a lot of people don't want to join virtual spaces or professional development opportunities that are virtual, because it's like a sit and get. No, it's not this cruel women. They infuse their personalities and their gift of facilitation in this. Yes, there they are. Yes. Yeah. Well, those are the virtual. Yeah, those are the featured speakers.
Yeah.
But if you go to the breakout session part, you'll see not just them, but the different topics from mental health and wellness to spiritual development, even financial wealth. I mean, we all need financial freedom, right? I would love for somebody to sponsor this, like, here's $1 million so you can just keep it going, right? Because money, it helps us do the things that we've been called to do.
Sure.
Right? And so we definitely have a session on financial freedom and wealth management as well.
Nice.
But yeah, head over to consultdream.com to learn more about it. We have all of our engagement circle members with a registration code. It's unique to them, where you can receive 10% off. We also have vendor booths. We even have virtual vending. We have our Leadership Award honorees that will be highlighted pretty soon. Our keynote speaker is Karen Cherry Brown. She's an author, an entrepreneur, just ended her last segment session on the Duncanville, City of Duncanville City Council. We have women from all over the country that will be flying in to connect, engage, and support. There's a session also I wanted to mention. Sometimes we want to take our leadership just a little bit further and become a public servant. We also have a session on how is the whole process of running for public office. And so we've invited some very beautiful, prominent people here in the Dallas area to help share their experiences on that.
I like that.
Yeah.
I have two questions. One is for Dr. Farron, and one is for you, Dr. Rowe.
Yes.
Dr. Farron, what made you decide to be a part of this experience and be a presenter? And Dr. Rowe, what made you say, you know what, besides the obvious, I need Dr. Farron to be a part of this?
Well, I'll go first because one, I love Dr. Rowe's energy. When we met, it was just great energy, and we always have a good laugh. We have a good time together, and I love connecting with other female leaders. I truly do. I feel when I meet another person who is influential, I would even use the word powerful, thought leader, they just get, they're impressive,
Mm-hmm.
I want to get to know them. I want to meet other women like this. I want to, learn from them, grow from them. And so, I was excited about this being a women's conference. And so I've never been able to go in person. I've always done it virtual, and it's been a great experience, even with that. And I've met great connections. Iman and I have been connected since then. Amanda and I, there were some other ladies that we've stayed connected, and it's wonderful, it's very uplifting and supportive. I really enjoy it. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And I'm just glad that Dr. Tanya wanted to participate. She exemplifies everything that, I believe in as a leader, right? She believes in diversity and not just saying it, right? I mean, she's intentional in the spaces that she leads. She's a principal, right? And so Dr. Tanya is a rare breed. She is a rare breed. And so, I just welcome all of the other Dr. Tanyas out there and everybody else that really believes in the power that they have. And I do believe in power, Dr. Tanya. I do believe you're powerful. And I believe that power is great when it's executed in the right way. Right. Absolutely. And we have to remember where our power comes from. Like, I don't give myself any power. He gives me the power that I have. Right. And so since I know that it's my responsibility to hold myself accountable to that, engage other people where I see that they have the same thing that live within themselves. That's why you in it with me, girl.
Thank you. I love it. I love it. It's just great. It's great. It's wonderful. And I think the collaboration, and I'm going to add Damien in on this too. I can throw something on your schedule, Dr. Rowe, and you'll either be able to go to it or you're going to text me and say, I can't come to this, or I can come for 5 minutes or something like that. Same with Damien. I'm like, hey, I'm throwing this on your schedule. You can do the same for me. I just got an invitation from Dr. Rowe on my calendar invite, today, so, I love that, we don't have to make it. It doesn't have to be a thing. You know what I mean? Like, some people make connecting with other people, it's got to be a thing. I don't know. Should I do it? They hem-haw around about it a lot instead of just going and doing it, or not being able to and just saying, I can't do that date. We'll find another time, or catch me up later, and I just like that comfort and that ease, of being able to connect with both of you in that manner,
Well, you do what's important to you, though, right? Yeah. I mean, we're all at the age. I mean, I'm over 50 years old. All that moving around, doing things, kind of test the waters and all that. No, I know exactly who I am.
Yep.
And this has come over time, though.
I love that. That's true.
So when you get to the point where you truly know who you are, and you put it out there in the universe, it just comes back to you. The people come back to you. The experiences come to you. And so you can do what you've been called to do. So it shouldn't be hard, walking out who you are. It shouldn't be hard. But I'm glad that you did say yes.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It's been great. It's been really good.
So, ideal person to come to this event. What do they look like, sound like? And what do they bring to the table as well as guests? Because the guests always bring something else.
They just bring yourself. Come on in. Don't worry about what someone's going to say, because we're all very supportive. That's what the experience really attracts. You'll walk away so empowered. You'll go and tell all your friends to come back the next year. I've had several people say, so many more people need to know about this. And so I got on it much earlier this year to get the promotions out and, created the engagement circle so we can get more people to this experience so they can see actually how it can benefit them, how it will benefit them, and the gifts and the talents that they have. It will be poured into the experience as well, regardless if you're presenting or not.
I love that you did that, because it does take a lot of, people need to hear about it. They need to learn what it is, which is why we wanted to bring you on. You're a network member. We enjoy meeting with you in other times, talking about other things, learning about you as an entrepreneur, and talking about that. But, people need to know about this as well, which is why we wanted to bring you on early. Your event is not until September, so people have got time, but don't spend too much time. You don't want to not be able to join. So make sure that you reach out to me or reach out to Dr. Rowe. Happy to get you set up so that you can join us and be a part of this amazing event.
Yeah, there's so many different levels. You have the full experience. That's on Saturday and Sunday. You have your VIP experience that includes our visual branding expo and our VIP jazz meet and greet. And then there's also a leadership session with me, as well as a partnership exploration. Those are for the exclusive experience ticket holders, where these women, they are ready to connect. They are ready to talk about what they need. And that actually comes along with some preliminary planning as well. Because if I want to partner with Dr. Tanya, let's say with creative living ideas, right? me as Dr. Rowe, I would have facilitated a session before the experience in September where we can start aligning what those goals are. So when you actually come to the experience and you participate in the partnership exploration as an exclusive ticket holder, some of the work has already been done. So now you're just there signing MOUs, getting schedules together, right? So just creating a really intentional space for collective impact between organizations, to support organizations and communities.
You have put a lot of thought into this event.
I have.
I mean, when you think about the different types of tickets,
Mm-hmm.
the participant or, the presenter, experience, I want to say the presenter experiences,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've put a lot in it. I mean, even when you just look at the site and you look at all of the pieces that, going back and looking at past ones and,
Yeah.
different things like that you've shown, what does it look like?
Mm-hmm.
Being able to go in and check those things out, who the keynote speakers are. You've just put a lot of information, a lot of time into it. I love this video because this is showing really what does this event look like,
Oh, wait a minute. And that the young lady that's painting, she's doing a live painting of just what she felt about it.
I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, she's one of my former students, one of my 6th grade former students. And then even with the visual branding expo, we can have all the brilliance and intelligence and all of the things, right? But when we walk into the meeting, if we don't look how we are on the inside, we'll be disregarded. And that's just a fact, right? If I came here and I had stuff in my nose, hair all over my head, well, lots, it's just kind of, it's kind of funky. But if I just didn't look the part, I mean, you all wouldn't pay. First of all, you wouldn't even invited me onto your show, right? And then we wouldn't have people listening to me, and then we wouldn't have people replaying the video. Right. So visual branding is a huge piece into leadership development. Oh, there's Prisma. She's one of the school board members. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited to meet you. I'm excited to engage with you.
Yeah.
I've set it up where I am really a guest too.
I bet. I mean, that's the best way. Yeah.
I'm not running around trying to fix stuff. Over the years, I've set it up where I can be there because I need
Good for you.
I need this.
Good for you.
Yep.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
But thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I see Leslie. Hey, Leslie. Hey, my 2350 network people. But this has been great. I appreciate it.
And we will wrap it up. We always close with a quote. All right. So I would like to start. I'll start with my quote. It's my trusty quote, but I feel this is the perfect time to pull it out. I only pull it out of my pocket on occasions, but be the change you wish to see in this world. It is a quote I live my life by. If I want to change the world, or if I want the world to change, I've got to do my part. And so bringing this to you, bringing this event to you, getting you to meet Dr. Rowe and get to know more about her, I'm working my hardest at making change in this world.
Thank you. Thank you for your intentionality with that too.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Damien.
Dr. Rowe, you want to give your quote or you want me to go first?
I don't know if it's a quote, but I will say that regardless of what you might experience in life, it's just as much for you as it is to you. So err on the side of this is for me. And so just think about that as you go through life and you go through life in leadership, on this leadership journey, this entrepreneurship journey, things that happen in your life, it happens just as much as it does to you than it does for you than it does to you. So grow through.
I love that. During this conversation, it made me think about something about go-getters. It made me think of this, and this just popped in my head. And I think about, and it's because of both of y'all, it made me think about both of y'all. Some people go get it, some people go get it and bring it back. You both go get it and bring it back to your community and share with other people so they can become better.
Yeah.
I love that, Damien. I've never heard that before.
I just made it up.
Yeah.
Because of y'all.
Yeah. And also turn your pain into
People
something.
inspiring you. Like this is what it's about. People who inspire you.
Yeah.
And y'all inspired me. And the course of this conversation, it was always about y'all connecting, supporting other people, doing stuff for other people, bringing it back, bring women empowerment and leadership, and having this community of people who can say, hey, I can call on you and help support. And it's not about competition. It's about caring about each other. So thank you both.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rowe, for being here tonight. Thank you, everybody in the audience, those of you that are on replay. Thank you for watching it. We appreciate you. Get your tickets and come to the event and see me there and Dr. Rowe there.
Yes. Virtual or in person.
Either way. Either way.
And the link is on the bottom, so go out and get your tickets.
Thank you so much.